my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's working. Okay. Okay, this is nice. This is nice. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. I think everything is all good. Let me just mute up on my computer. I think everything is all This is a screen. I need to add the timer to the screen. I actually do need to add the timer to the screen. What the heck? Hold on. I don't have my mouse. Let's see if I can paste it here. There we go. Just in case I get up during the thing. I should put out a community post. My foot is falling asleep and I don't know why. Is it a sign that I'm dying? Hold on. During the thing. Hold on. Should I put out a community post? I don't know how to do that from my tablet. Let's do this. L host. But today I'm going to be reading the selection, and the book is so good that I'm going to read it until I get tired. And it's 9 p.m. and I have a lot of homework tomorrow, so I might be reading till, who knows, 11 p.m. 12 a.m. Actually, probably most likely till max 11 p.m. But if you want to read with me, come join. Yeah. I don't have any photos. Like, what photo can I give? I don't have any photos on this tablet. Alright, I created a post. Okay, again, I am in this new area because my feet are swollen and I need to drink a lot of water, and my mom said go lay down, you monkey. And she didn't say that. She did not say that. My mom would never say that to me. But I said I gotta lay down, but um, I want to read the selection today, and I might finish a chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know, but this is my main focus. Oh, I can actually do this. This is my main focus because the book's so good, and I'm halfway through. I'm like on page 169. No, I'm not. I'm almost to page 169, which is the end of chapter 13. I'm on page 159. So we're gonna start right now. Um, there's a timer again on the screen just because I don't want to interrupt people reading while just because I'm done. That's mean. That's rude. So the 25 minutes there is just as a way for me to give you the freedom to read. And if you finish early, you can leave. It's okay. You just have to come and read for your one chapter, your one sentence, or your one word. And that way you can check it off on your daily box. I have read since Monday now, consistently, which is now the 4th day. And I'm proud of myself because I think I was on page 103. And now I'm on page 159. That's so cool. Just look at how this challenge has helped me read. And I hope it's helped you read more too. Today is a new Zelda playlist because I love Zelda. And Zelda is awesome. Zelda music is literally a peak Nintendo music. Maybe Kirby Dreamland actually is. Yeah, Kirby. No, Zelda. It's just Zelda. But yeah, we're going to start reading today. And I'm going to have a good time. And you're going to have a good time. And we're going to meet our one chapter a day goal. Again, the timer is just there. So I don't interrupt you talking. And end randomly. Okay? I think I'm going to read just chapter 14 and 13. We'll see. But you ready to read? I'm ready to read too. I have only 3 of my food left. I have no snack because I am ill. So what can I eat? But you eat, you drink, you sip. I'm gonna drink my water and my brother's smoothie that he gave me. And let's go. Also, I might be laying down because I think I need to. Or I'm gonna die. I think I'll die if I don't lay down. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I'm on the bed. But let's go. Okay. Let me turn the fan off. This Zelda music kind of quite loud in my ear, but I'm very sensitive to noise. You know, it's crazy. I think this is the thing about being ADHD, like autism and ADHD, is sometimes I love the loudest things to the point where I can feel it in my brain cells. But a lot of times, especially when I'm learning, I'm very sensitive to sound. I'm getting better at it, but anyway, I see the Entropic is here. Oh my god, Entropic, hello. Hello. I am glad that you're here. Tropic says, "Woo, what a day! Getting some supper and gonna sit down. Oh, what did you have for dinner? I know you're eating, so don't worry about typing, but I hope it's delicious and that it's satiable. Is that the word? That is satiating. I am on. I need to update the page, but I think I'm about to be done this chapter. I am on page 164 of the selection, and it's going really good. I was actually wondering, am I being annoying by talking about the book? But I just like talking about chapters, and I love when I watch book content about people that talk about the book they're reading, not the whole book, but like in introspective. I'm not a good wordsman, but introspectively, kind of like as they're reading, you know, because imagine I'm not gonna read the book. You talking about it little as little might be like, ooh, I might want to read the book. But at the same time, I'm not a fan of like spoilers. I'm not a fan of reading someone talk about a book I actually want to read. Does anybody want to read this? Because I don't want to be that spoilers guy. But it's really good. I think also I'm putting tabs in the book because I actually enjoy. My reactions to it are actually kind of good. I actually kind of only started doing that. I probably should have did it from the beginning, but I didn't know I was gonna like it that much. But I love this book so much. It's really fun. It's really story. I love America. I think a lot of books. I'm not sure. I'm not a avid reader. I mean, I have a lot of books. Like my bookshelf has books all up here and down there. Like down at the bottom is like my dystopian shelf. So I think all of the Hunger Games is down there. All of Divergence is down there. And then another series, I think the Diabolic series is down there. I'm still looking for the first book. I'm trying to get it cheap so I can read the whole series. But what else is down there? Oh, then I have like my fantasy kind of like fantasy stuff. Like it's I don't know how to say. It's like a weird angle like this. On this angle is the fantasy kind of book. So I have Magic Steeped in Poison. I have the duology. And my friend told me to get A Bright Heart. I think this like reincarnation style story. I have a Descendant of the Crane. I have A Crane Among Wolves. Then I have 6 Crimson Cranes. I have that and the Dragon's Promise. Then I went to Ollie's and I got, what is that book called? Keeper of the Night. I know. Okay, I did get both of them. I was gonna say, A Keeper of the Night had, and I went back to Ollie's a second time, and I saw the second book in the Keeper of the Night series, and I got that one. And then I think Lady Tan Circle or something is over there too. And then I have that bookshelf that I'm sure you saw if you saw my short that I first did about me trying to start this challenge. I bought what was that? A Court of Thorns and Roses, because I read it to page 50 digitally, and that book was fire so far. And I was like, I want to read this physically. That's what I'm realizing I'm going to do. Because today I was planning on buying the Legendborn series. I was going to buy Shadow and Bone. And I was going to buy Red Rising series. And I was going to buy the Dune series. But then I realized, well, what if I don't like the first book in the series and I have to read the rest of them? And it came to like $100. And my mom was like, dude, you don't have any space for more books. Like, the rest of the selection series is on my desk because I don't have any more shelf, and I have the natural series. I don't know, you can't see it, but there's the natural series right there. I don't have any more shelf space. Um, so that's quite unfortunate. On my shelf though, yeah. I actually, oh, you can see a little bit. So this is the Cruel Prince, right? On my shelf is the rest of the Cruel Prince series. My mom and my dad got it for me for my birthday last year. So they asked me like, what did you want? And I was like, I don't really need anything, but it would be nice if I had the rest of the series. Because I saw, what is it called? An art? Some sort of, I forget what it's called. Not concept art. It's a fan art of the characters, and I like enemies to lover. I love people being mad at each other before they love each other. I can show you now. Let me show you. Damage control. Sorry, my shirt is under my hoodie. That's not part of my lore. Don't pretend you didn't see that blue shirt. That's not part of my lore. The lore is the red hoodie. But, oh my god, this is my favorite book outside of the prized. Dude, you need to see it. You need to see it. You need to see it. I love this book so much. I'm so grateful. My friend, actually, she knew I loved the book, right? And I was reading it digitally. But reading digitally is so hard for me. She gave money to my brother so that he can buy a book for me, because she lives in an entirely different country. So she gave my brother money so that he can buy me the book, because I was like, I don't need it. I just read it online. Even though I was taking forever to read it. You wanna know what the funniest thing about this book is? I started this book, I think, after I read Birthmark. I think it was my second book I read. And, what happened? What happened with this book? I read to 50%, and then I got bored. Not because the book's bad. At 50%, it was great. I got sick. I got sick really bad from my medicine. And then I didn't read it for, like, the rest of the year. And then I went back and I reread page 80 and upward to back to 50%. And then I read, like, I don't know, 60 pages in 1 hour. I don't know. It was just so good. I love Skylar. Look at my baby. Look at my son. This is my son. And I hated Leanna for, like, a lot of the times of the book, but, you know, she's good to me now. You know, I love her now. You know, soon you understand over time. Because at first she was so annoying to me. And I brought this book up because, I usually don't know why a lot of times females are annoying in books. Maybe because I'm not very feminine. I mean, I do have a lot of pink and bright colors, but I just love bright colors. But I'm not very feminine. I mean, yeah. And so maybe that's the thing. I also don't understand emotions a lot, so that probably is a thing. A lot of females are very emotional. I don't really understand all that. So it's just a me problem. I'm the problem. But Entropic says, oh, cool. I started ordering from used bookstores for physical books. Get more for the $1. Dude, that's what I do. That's what I do. I try to gatekeep this place, but I'm going to let you know because you're here. Book outlet. I know. Just go on there. I got all my books from there. Except for A Court of Thorns and Roses and the Shatter Me series. I actually brought the book set from Amazon, but Book Outlet will put you on. Literally, you can get 12 books for $60. Literally, I'm not joking. It's a great site. I was so sad because I didn't have any money and there was a sale. Like, every book was like $6. And I was like, dude, I need to buy that. But because it had Legendborn, I wish I could show you my cart, but it was really nice. Wow, I yapped so long the break's over. Anyway. Anyway. I guess we'll go back to reading because I'm about to finish chapter 13. I need to update my page count and then we'll go back to reading. What is this? What page am I on? 164. But I'm so glad that you're here in Tropic. I hope you're having a good night and I hope you can read. I'm gonna do probably to the end of 14. We'll see if I go from there, but that's how I'm gonna read today. Let's have a good time. Let's start the next one because I'm having fun. Bye bye. See you in the next 25 10-minute break. Okay. Must pause the song. That would have been weird. Okay. I hope everyone's session. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Let me turn off my fan because I know it's blowing into the mic. I turned it up to 2. When did I do that? It must have been hot in here. uh, that timer was so fast. I'm not gonna lie. I was not gonna lie to you. I feel like that went faster than normal. I guess I wasn't even on Earth for a little bit. Alright, just a little 10-minute break. I'm not as tired as I normally would be because I fell asleep at my desk for like 2 hours because I took my ADHD medicine, which shouldn't make me sleepy, but I've been forgetting to take it. So that could have made me fall asleep. Or probably the actual fact that I'm in sleep debt. I'm in a bit of sleep debt because one day I slept for 2 hours. But anyway, the book is going good. I think yesterday I talked about how the rebels were attacking, throwing stuff at the windows. And we found out some really good information about the rebels, actually. Like the Maxon, when he was talking to America asked him why are they here? And I think he said no one really knows for sure, but he has a theory that one of the one of the rebels groups that come are looking for something. But every time he brings up that idea to somebody else, they always laugh at him. And he asked America if he think it's silly, and she said, a bit confusing, but not silly, because what would you be looking for in a palace if you come and you destroy things, but you never take anything of value? Especially if these two groups of rebels they're not even they're not even classified as eights because they have no social positioning. So they're really just non-existent people in society that are coming to do something that nobody really knows. And the king is trying to keep everything under wraps, but because the camera crew was just coming in because it was just the morning, it was like the start of the day for them, some of it got captured live to all the people that were watching, because the whole selection is an event for everybody, not just the prince and his family. It's really just like a broadcasted event where we get to see these 35 girls, what type of person they are, kind of get the people at home kind of like rooting for them. So, because it got live broadcasted, I think this affected how they reacted a little bit. And so Sylvia, which is, I don't know what she is to them, but she like oversees them and kind of gives them principles to abide by as long as they're in the castle and interacting with the royal people. She said if it was a more worse event, normally you would all get a call home to your family, but since it wasn't that bad, you just get to write a letter and they'll send it to your family. America wrote in her letter that she was okay and that the king did his best to have them safely in a room, which they were safe. The guards kept them safe, and Maxon checked on all the girls during their conversations, which was really cute. I don't remember. If I was to talk more, it'd be more about the rebels, because the rebels actually traumatized one of America's maids, and I really love that America was really worried about her maids during the whole instance, because she's like, okay, well, we're all in here, but what about my maids? Like, and Maxon he wasn't like disgusted or anything, but he was perplexed that she had like this worry about her maids. And America thought that he started realizing why she had such fear is because I read the chat. She had such fear, he thought, because she was not too far from being a six, which were maids and servants. But America was really just worried about them, and I really love that about her. Um, but we find out a lot of things. But let me read what Entropic says. Entropic says, "I gotta restart my devices. The sound is glitchy. Be right back." I don't know if it's you. It might be me. Let me see if I can hear on my tablet, because I might be stealing all my family's internet, and that might be the problem. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna mute up so I can see. Oh, okay. Tropic said it was definitely me. Yeah, I just looked at it, wasn't lagging, but sometimes it'll cut out because I don't know if my PC is built for this. I wanted to actually turn my channel into a study with me channel, but I study literally from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And that's why my feet are swollen, because I sit in that chair all day and I don't move. I really want to lose weight this year, so I need to move. I'm thinking about buying a walk pad, but of course my weight class, my dad found one, so I might be able to get that one day. But yeah, I don't know why I said that. My brain cells don't work sometimes. But anyway, about the book, I hope everyone's book's going good, by the way. Let me know if your book is enjoyable, or if you completed your chapter for the day and you're heading out. That's okay, remember? This is just a fun thing. There's no expectations. If you read a word and you're like, nah, I'm good, that's 100% valid too, because, dude, sometimes you think, especially with me, I'm not a really good, I think I'm a non-committal person, because I prioritize my, like, studies over anything. So a lot of the times, I don't feel valid to read, you know? Like, even today, I was supposed to do so much of my classwork, but I was so tired that I fell asleep. And I don't take breaks normally, so I kind of feel sometimes, I don't feel like I deserve to read or do anything fun because I didn't finish my work, but because I have... What is someone asking? Oh my gosh, my dad needs me. But but because I was talking about something important. I don't know if it's because I have the ADHD or if it's just me. It might just be me. I make things really impossible. Like I used to, when I used to learn Korean daily, I would make a schedule that was so impossible to complete and then feel bad when it wasn't completed. What's wrong with me? I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at taking breaks. So like my favorite streamer, she journals in her breaks and I love journaling. So when I watch her and I sometimes join her study server, I'll journal in my breaks, and I was going to read in my breaks, but then I felt bored. I felt bored and I felt alone and I felt lonely because, you know, I'm kind of quite non-committal and my friend wanted to read together, but I don't want to commit to something with her and I don't meet that deadline. That's disrespectful of her and her time. And I also have a short attention span. So sometimes we'll come together and we'll be talking, but like, I just want to read. But I don't want to be mean and say, hey, can we not just do the reading? Because I understand people want to talk, you know. But, you know, I love how I say that, but I'm here literally yapping. But Entropic says, I've got another couple chapters left in the book. It's not as good as some of her earlier ones, but that's okay. Is that I wrote it down on my sticky notes on the table. I remember you told me about a hymn in the Mars house. Yeah, I don't know if you said you gave up on the Mars house because of the uncomfortableness, or if you're reading that book still. But you know, sometimes, you know, your favorite authors, you know, I'm realizing, like the book by Carol Bryant. I don't know why this is on my bed. I just love this storyline so much. Oh, my bookmark that I got from the store fell out. But I love this book so much, but I'm scared to read the other series because I just read. This book is upside down, isn't it? It's upside down. I just read. So I don't know if I'm gonna read her other series, but I don't know if my dad's talking to me or my mom. Anyway, Tropic says ADHD is complex. I'm learning to dial back my expectations and be okay with that. Me too. One of my words for 2026 was adapting and evolving because my autism just makes me so strict with my schedule. And so now instead of schedules, I write intentions. So now if it doesn't happen, it's okay. So I write less intentions, but I have intentions by hour, kind of in the way. I don't write it there. I fill it in once the hour filled. Like, okay, I intended to do this, but this actually happened. And Trevor said, "This is the cat who went bananas." Oh my god, this is the cat who went bananas. Yes, you did say that. Oh my gosh, by Lillian Jackson Braun. It's a mystery series. Ooh, I wonder what the series is about if they had such a title. Well, I hope that your next read is much better because, you know, it's sad when you set aside time and then the book's not so good. But I'm going to start the next timer. I got to help my dad, so I'm going to switch to the other screen. But we're going to start the timer for the thing and I'll be back to read too. Alright, I hope you have, if you continue to read with me, I hope you have fun. If you continue to read elsewhere, I hope you have fun still. I'm going to read till I finish chapter 14 or if I feel tired. I'm laying in bed, so now I probably won't feel tired. But yeah, let's have some fun. I will be back. I said Wow Wow Wowzer McWowsington. Wow Wow Wowzer McWowzerzington. Hold on. Oh, this song is actually pretty good right now. It's actually quite scary. This song is very scary in the game. If you ever played Zelda, this song is actually mad scary. And that's how I almost felt in the book. Oh my gosh. I gotta take one earphone out. Maybe I should leave it in. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So I finished chapter 14 actually. And it was good too. Let me update the books and chapter because I'm technically on 15 now. And I'm on page 182. I think that's pretty good. Excuse me. I'm turning the fan off because I know it's blowing in the ear of the thing. Okay. It's been another, I don't know, is this the third 25 minutes? I think this is the third 25 minutes. My eyes feel slightly sleepy, but I think I could read one more chapter. I don't know if I'm going to push it though. I'm wondering if I should read Jujutsu Kaisen just to get like that done, but it'll be another 25 minutes. I don't know if I want to do that. I wish I could see how many pages is in chapter 15. I normally get spoiled. Let me see if I can see. Let me see. I'm gonna try to do it from the very top so I can just see. Me. Not paying attention to words. Not paying attention to words. I cannot see words. I don't want to see. That's his words. That has words. Words. Oh, I saw the word promises. I'm getting out of there. I'm not doing that. Oh my god. No. No. Don't know what you mean promises. I didn't see. It's kind of hard not to look at the words. It's right there. Like, what happened to table of contents? What happened to table of contents? Why did we take those out of books? Dude, do you not want to go to the beginning of your book and be like, oh, where am I at? And how long do I have to it? Reintroduce table of contents, man. Anyway, it would help me. Then I'll be like, oh, I only got 15 pages. I can sit here for 25 more minutes and do that. But if I got like 20, I'm not doing that. Because I think it takes me quite a bit to read. I'm a slow reader and I don't care. You shouldn't care. I read to have fun. I used to read for trophies, but now I read to have fun. Anyway, update on the book. It's still good. It's still great. You know, it's getting better. You know, at first I had a shocked moment at the end of the chapter because I thought Maxim was about to betray me. I am America. I am the main character of the story, okay? That's how I envision right now. I'm so immersed that I am America, okay? Oh my gosh, Entropic says it doesn't have a table of contents. Wow. Do books normally have table of contents? Hold on, let me grab something. No, this book doesn't have one. Does it? Maybe it's just digital, because I swear to you, let me see. Wait, this book definitely... This book... I really like this book. This book, oh my gosh, every chapter is a song name. So, I think it's like 50 chapters. Every chapter is like a song name. And one of the song names is Stray Kids Laventar. I think that's actually the first chapter, too. Yes, it is. You see, oh my god, you see that? Stray Kids. I love that this author loves K-pop because I love K-pop, too. I just do books. I don't know. You know what? I have so many books, but do you think I open them? I buy them and then I touch them. And I just like, it's enough satisfaction in just doing this. Oh my god. It feels so good. You know? Oh my god, all book series I'm actually really excited to read. It's Light Lark. I have a book bosses thing. Maybe I can show you. I made a book boss battle, right? So in 2025, I wanted to read 300 books. Why did I do that? But anyway, I made a book boss thing. Let me see if I can show it. So I sent it to myself on Discord. and I made the books increasingly difficult in terms of attention that it required. And I got through some of them. Oh my god, I can tell you about them because I got through some of them, and there's still a lot left because I don't own them, and some of them are thick. Like, I think one of them is the orange book, the orange tree book. That book, ain't that book like 800 pages? I saw it at the thrift store. I didn't buy it because I was like, you know, let me not steal someone else's joy. Also, I'm probably not gonna read that immediately. Where's my own Discord? Am I not friends with myself? Oh, I'm stupid. Look for the Korean name and you'll find yourself. Okay, let me see in my pins. Yes. Okay, I made 2 of them. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Is it gonna... Oh, the book's in the way. But... Dang, it's not focusing. I don't know what to do about that. But as you can see, there's a lot of books here. I don't know if you can tell what the covers are. But... Yeah. So... I made it to Shatter Me. I read all the books to Shatter Me in my book bosses page. So Shatter Me is the 5th book. Oh, you know what? Fushia's Wrath is on the website that I buy books from. But I don't know if I should buy any books. I don't think that's smart. The book channel that I have right now is making me read. So it makes me think, oh, I'll go through my entire physical collection really fast. I can't read fast. Why did I think that? But I read Bring Me Your Midnight. Never read that book. Oh my gosh. Never, ever touch this book. What is it? It's right here. Oh my god, it's focusing. It's focusing. It's focusing. It was focused. Wait, how did I get it to focused? I'm clicking the screen like it matters. It focused for a second. Anyway, it's the book right here. Oh my god. No, Bring Me Your Midnight. Never read that. Don't touch it. -1 star. It made me... And this is one of the books I think 2 of these books, like Invisible Hour, I didn't like that either. That's the 3rd book I read. I read that in January of 2025. I didn't like that book either. It was kind of boring to me. But Bring Me Your Midnight is literally a book about people being witches, and there's no witchery going on. Like, there's 0 witchery going on. And it's insta-love, and it doesn't make sense why it's insta-love, because she clearly says she hated the dude, and then they liked each other, and then right when you think the witch aspect of them being witches is going to make sense or matter, they threw that in the trash. I thought, alright, cool, I give books chances because, dude, everybody's human. We just write to write, right? Someone has an idea, they create it. But how do we get so deep in the chapter and then being witches doesn't matter? The whole book's about, like, they're witches that were outcast to this mainland, and they weren't allowed to use their powers. So every Sunday or something? Every specific time of the month, they all go to the ocean and expel their energy. Because the buildup of energy inside of you, because they don't use their magic powers since they're not allowed, is going to kill them, right? But I think there's this coven of witches that are like hidden on the island, and literally, they're like, dude, they're lying to you. Like, you really could use your magic, and it's not that serious. And she gets in contact with the boy who's telling her that. He's like, actually, all your magic is killing the life in the ocean. That's why there's no fish, and it's causing like whirlpools in the ocean. And she's like, you're lying to me. And so from that moment on, she hates him until the second time they meet, and then they love each other. Anyway, they're witches that don't get to use their power, but I mean, I'm okay with that. It's just that at some point it didn't change. Oh, my computer's gonna die? This is so sad. I read a quote. Entropic says, I read a quote that said something like, life is too short to spend time on books that you don't like. Let yourself quit if you don't like it. Exactly. Oh my god, exactly. I learned this the hard way by reading books that I did not like. Like, oh my gosh, Invisible Hour? I did not like that either. I also read When Horror Was Here. Don't read that book either, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never read what's the first book that this author Dustin Tao? I don't remember the first book. Something Sam. You reached Sam? I didn't read that, but I saw that when Haru was here, the cover looked really nice. The book could have been something in it did make me cry, but the book, like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Haru had no point. Like, Haru might as well have not existed. Haru had no point in the story. I don't actually. If someone could tell me, though, I'll be open to listening. What was Haru's point? It just made the main character look like he was going insane, which I'm pretty sure is what was happening. But Haru had no distinct purpose, and it became a lot about him talking about Chicago, and I just like, I don't want a geography, bro. I don't want. But dude, you're right about not reading books. I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna stop doing that because I honestly don't have time. Like, I have so much to learn. Oh my god, Entropic says, okay, I finished my book. I have a theory. Let me turn the timer off because this will be the last Palmo since my computer's about to die and I don't have the charger. Let me. What is your theory? I must know before I escapo. Where's the timer at? Let me turn the timer off. What is your theory? I have a theory about my book too. I have a theory about all these books on this list. I'm probably gonna hate them all. Actually, I do have Kingdom of Curse on my shelf. It's somewhere right here. I also have Kingdom of the Fear. I want to do Summerween, so I'm gonna read it in the summer. I said that for like 2 years now. But I'm gonna actually read it in the summer, and I can do it on my channel. Because I miss my dog. If you never read the first book, I miss my dog. I'm not gonna spoil it because I just miss my dog. I just want to see my dog, my main character dog. Okay, but that book's really good. Entropic says the author was pretty old when she wrote this one. I think she was kind of slipping mentally. Ooh. So do you believe essentially her current health issues were affecting her writing style? Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. But I think it's also cool that you can see the trajectory of their mind. I like writing because you can look into a person's soul a little bit. Like, I used to write fan fictions before they deleted the app. Wit, and I would write K-pop fan fictions. And I truly loved writing because I didn't feel like I was me. I felt like I was the character that I was writing from the point of view of. And maybe we get to see as the point of view of that character changes. Oh, she passed not too long after this book. Well, God rest her soul and all her previous works. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, what is your rating on this book? What would you give your final rating? I know you said you didn't like it. I have read quite a few books that I don't like. And I always rate them objectively. My friend told me, no, you shouldn't do that. But I try to rate people's writing objectively because just because I didn't like it didn't mean it was a bad book. Like an example, I didn't like Good Girls Guide to Murder, but that doesn't mean it was a bad book. It wasn't a bad book. I just didn't like it. And so I didn't rate it how I felt. I rated it objectively. I think that book's a 4. I just didn't like it. I didn't care. And that's my problem. I think I care more about characters and journey driven, right? I didn't care about Pip and what is his name? His name's not Javi. Wait, what is that? What is yeah, I don't remember. I thought to think one more time. And I got to, well, I read it digitally, so I don't know what page it actually was. I kind of blacked out. I don't know why that happened. That happens to me a lot. Anyway, I'll give my final update on this book before I leave to go to sleep, because I do want to read chapter 15, but I don't know how long it's going to be. and my PC's about to die, so that means my stream's gonna turn off. Oh, Entropic says 6 out of 10. There are so many unanswered questions at the end, but her early ones are like 8s and 9s out of 10. Well, I guess in that case, one off is, you gotta take what you get sometimes. Not everybody's gonna be a master writer, all the time. I'm pretty sure I have Stephen King's books, I have Holly, I have Billy Summers, and I accidentally brought Dr. Sleep twice. Because I went to the thrift store and I thought, oh, I don't have this book. I do. I'm not brain dead, I swear. You want to hear my update? Okay, so I was about to crash out at the end of chapter 14 because I thought Maxim betrayed me. Yes, I am America Singer, the main character of this book. Yeah, no, I thought Maxim was going to betray her when they happened. So, chapter 14 or chapter 13 talked really about the rebels. And there's two groups of rebels, the Northerners and the Southerners. The Southerners are more lethal rebels. Like, usually when they come, someone dies. But most of the time when the Northerners come, it's just them throwing things and trying to get really close to the inner palace. But the guards usually prevent that. So this time it was the Northerners so that Maxon believes. And so America believes as well. But we've really found out a lot about the maids. Because her maid, Lucy, was having like a mental breakdown when she went to go check on her. And it was because we actually find out that there's inner workings of the cast. So, there's ranking. What is it called? Yeah, there's cast levels 1s to 8s. America is a 5, but because she got picked as a selected, she is now a 3. But the maids are 6s, and she said not everybody comes to the palace in ways that you think. Some people are sold to the palace, and Lucy was actually sold by her family because her mom was very ill, and I think her dad and her got sold to this family that was very they didn't treat them well. And she fell in love. Lucy started falling in love with the son of that family, and that family was 3s that she worked for at that time. And the mother started to catch on that her son was liking her, and you can imagine a 6 and a 3 liking each other. That's a no-no. There's a big no in this book. And so her mother sold Lucy. They sold Lucy to the palace, and being a maid is looked at as very highly. You may think on the outside world, but in the kingdom, it's very highly because the attractive people become maids. They're the more competent people. Most of the people that aren't, they end up doing things that, require them to wear baggy clothes, and they're using their fingers all day. So, Lucy's father is actually, I think he works in the stables. And his father is very proud of her. So Anne and Mary, which are America's other 2 maids, are attempting to keep it hush hush, but America's like, I'm not going to tell anybody. She understands. But the rebels apparently attacked Lucy in a past moment, and it made her very frantic. And so the people, they did a lot to heal her when she got attacked by the rebels physically, but they didn't do a lot for her mind. And so I love that America, she said, even if I don't have the goal of becoming a 1 and becoming the princess, she's going to make sure that she can help Lucy as much as she can. And I really love that about America. She's very determined to, help other people in this competition or in the situation of the competition as much as she can. And she's been doing that a lot with Marley, which was the girl she met on the plane, which is a 4. And Marley's very nice. I thought Marley was going to betray her at some point. If Marley betrays her, I'm going to crash out. Because I thought for sure she was going to be betray her. But I'm halfway through the book. Dude, if you betray her now, I'm going to crash out. But yeah, Marley and her talk often. And they were talking about what happened outside in the garden. Because she told Maxon, hey, you should go check on Marley and go hang out with her. And he's been doing that. So she asked him about that so they can get the tea. I don't remember what they talked about. But apparently Marley said that Maxon said he wants to meet you later after the report. because the report is a thing where I think it's every weekend they get a report on the current standing of the world. And since the selection is going on, they're going to get to talk to the prince about how he feels about the girls. And in this chapter, that's what happens. And the main host of the show asks Maxon, you know, there's 27 girls left after the 8 got eliminated. How do you feel about all of them? He said, almost good about everyone. And he looked at America, and I was like, what do you mean almost good about everyone but me? I am America Singer. And he just said, well, she yelled at me, whoever this person is that he's referring to, because he's not going to say that their first encounter with him was them yelling at her when they weren't supposed to meet in their first encounter. But she said everyone's used. She was like, well, I got kind of, what did he say? He actually said something funny. He said, almost. Yeah, he said I was giving a very severe scolding. And when he said that, the prince and the king looked at each other kind of like, I didn't hear this, which they wouldn't have, because when that happened, they met outside of the realms of the time they were supposed to meet each other. And so I thought he was about to betray her. But no, he didn't. He said that even though that happened, he's very intent on keeping her there for a while. Because the dude was surprised that someone scolded you, the prince. He's like, yeah, but I do plan on keeping her for quite a while. So, we nice to know his intentions are to keep her in the game. And I really loved, I marked a lot of things this chapter, this reading session, because she's liking Maxon, not as like more than what she stated, that there'll be confidants, but she said if life was different and Maxon was not just, you know, the future king of Ilya, she would have liked for them to be neighbors, because she believes she could talk to them very freely. And a lot of their communications together was very honest so far. So they smile at each other because they're both honest with each other. Like when he said he was thinking of sitting at home after she kneed him in the crotch, or when he was open about the attacks with the Arabals and his ideas. So really good book so far. I'm on page 182. And of course, tomorrow I'm going to read some more because addiction. Really good book, really good book. I'm excited to know why there's 5 books, though. I'm kind of scared. You know, I'm scared. But yeah, I had a good time reading, and I read 30 pages. Not that it's important how many you read. If you read 2 words, I don't think that's any different than me reading 30 pages. 30 pages, 1 page, 25 pages, 2 pages. It's all reading, and I'm glad you read today. So, good job to you, and good luck to you if you read with me tomorrow. I have homework that I'm super behind on, but I will still stream tomorrow, and I will stream from my bed since my feet are still swollen. So, until next time, I will see you again tomorrow. I will use this playlist tomorrow too because it was really calming. I love this playlist. I love Zelda. I'm sorry, I'm blacking out because I don't want to leave, but I have to. I love you all so much, and I'm grateful for your being here. God bless you all, and I hope that you have a good night if you continue reading on your own in your free time. Let me know in the comments how much you read. Even if it's just a word. There's no such thing as even. Just a word is enough. But yes, goodbye, good night. I'm going to sleepy. Bye bye.